guys, today we have a mini tea of things happening all over the internet on all social media platforms, so let's just go. We have some Addison tea. Yeah, Addison Rae tea. I thought I just said something completely different. My mind just blanked. What has happened is Addison and Bryce officially broken up. We know this as a fact now, and we know this from interviews, tweets, videos, and all sorts of things. This all started because Bryce Hall tweeted out that he's posting a video tomorrow, we're gonna talk. He says he's going on the BFFs podcast as well to talk some crazy stuff, so stay tuned. Addison Rae liked a tweet saying everyone needs to be kind to both Addison Rae and Bryce Hall. It's their relationship, both of them seem hurt and both of them made mistakes. No one deserves hate. They're suffering enough already from being hurt by someone they love. Be kind today. Then Bryce Hall posts a video called We Broke Up where he explains that they broke up, but he's not going to say why. He says it's personal, but he says that he never cheated on Addison and that is a lie that he's now pursuing legal action for. He goes on the BFFs podcast and he elaborates on many of the things. So I took some notes. He says that they broke up a month ago, but they just wanted to kind of keep it silent and not say anything, which is really silly because at some point they'd have to like start dating other people and not post TikToks together or pictures. So I don't know how they were just not going to say anything, but anyway, he says that Addison was the one that slipped up in the Apple Music interview that she did. So he says that actually Bryce ended things, which was shocking for me. It's hard to believe. So he's suing the girls for the cheating allegations. He says that there were some trust issues because of the cheating allegations from Addison, that Addison kind of believed him, but it caused some issues in the relationship, that there was some extortion for $500,000 from the girls to not have the story spread. He says they've been kind of on and off for a while and he's not sure if they'll get back together or not, but Josh and everyone else in the studio said that they're sure they're going to get back together. He says how he has only been hanging out with Josie, but they've done nothing more, nothing less. They've just been hanging out as friends and no one believed that, not even me. But there was some cheating allegations to do with Josie and he explained that him and Josie started hanging out when him and Addison broke up, so there was no cheating to do with that. But then he says when he started hanging out with Josie, Addison and Logan Paul started hanging out, so I don't know if this is like promo for her music video and his fight, like, oh, cheating, Logan, Josie. I think that'd be quite cool, you know? Not cool, but like, it would make sense for it to be kind of promo. He mentions the boxing fight, and then that's the end of what we need to hear from the podcast. Everything else was just to do with Bryce. And, you know, we don't, never mind. So then Addison Rae goes on the Jimmy Fallon show and she does a live performance of her song called Obsessed. And some people are loving it, some people are hating it. I thought the performance was really good. Whatever you think about the song, I think she had charisma, she had the energy, she was giving us dance moves, she was giving us choreography. And I thoroughly enjoyed that. But people had issues that in between different kind of like going in and out of the building, she was wearing this like mask, not wearing, she was holding a plastic like wine glass looking mask.
Oh my God!
Right here, look up, look up, look up!
Guys!
Jesus Christ, guys!
Justin, move!
And people were mad at her because it's not like an approved mask that actually helps, but not an excuse. I'm not excusing her behavior. I'm assuming they did that because they did her makeup for the interview and they didn't want it to get messed up with the mask. But I'm sure there was some other way to just slip her through in the back rather than take her out into the main streets without a mask. I'm sure there's some other safer way to do that, but I'm assuming they didn't want to give her a mask because of the makeup. I don't know. Then we have David Dobrik. He has now been demonetized on YouTube. He's not making money, but he's been re-uploading his videos on Facebook. Ever since the scandal started, first apology, second apology. In between all of that, he's been posting his videos on Facebook to make more money because Facebook is a really easy platform to make money on, because even if someone just scrolls past your video, that already counts as a view. So videos on Facebook have like 50 to 100 million views in like literally a couple of hours, purely because people like will share them, and then people, if they just like swipe past, it will count as a view. So he's been just uploading his stuff on Facebook to make money, which makes this apology just that much better to me. Recently we spoke about how Gabby Hanna was going to speak out on the Vlog Squad and what has been going on, and a lot of old clips of the Vlog Squad have resurfaced to do with Gabby Hanna, and I never realised just quite how bad it was. They would fat shame her, they would shame the way she looks, they would make jokes about her taking diet pills, compare her to like a pig. It was insane, the stuff that they were saying to her. So she was going to speak out, and someone said like, oh, have you signed an NDA? And she said, nope, never, not me, I don't sign NDAs. And then recently she tweeted out that lawyers were getting involved and that she was going to have a phone call with lawyers. Now I'm not sure from that tweet, I'm not sure if she's having a phone call with her own lawyers to make sure that she's safe, or if David's lawyers contacted her to have a call on the weekend. I'm not sure what lawyers she's talking about, but there are some lawyers involved. So this is getting a little bit serious, right? Like with lawyers getting involved. But then we have PewDiePie, who also has recently shaded David Dobrik. So when all of this was going down, he was asked about David on, I believe, like a live stream, and he was like, yeah, I always thought he was really weird, and the stuff that he was getting away with was strange because he was giving me like Logan Paul vibes, and Logan Paul and Jake Paul were both cancelled or mocked on the internet, but David Dobrik was like this beloved YouTuber that everyone was in love with and everyone wanted to be in his videos, but he was like, they were giving me all the same vibes, so I wasn't sure why two of them were not getting away with the stuff and one of them was.
I don't know much about David, but he always get like, I could be wrong, but my radar flicks up a bit. I kind of got the same feeling about him as I got a Logan Paul when he was not everyone hated Logan Paul. Don't get me wrong, his videos are really entertaining. He always gave me that weird like, wait, how is he able to get away with all this shit? Like, he's doing so much weird shit. Like, if I did that, I'd be cancelled. If I did that, I'd get cancelled. How is he doing it? What's that magic sauce?
So he said that, and then he was like, I feel like at some point your time to get cancelled has to come. Like, if other people doing the same stuff as you were cancelled and you still haven't, your time's coming. And then recently he, like, in a clip of a video, he said, I was right, his time came. Like, you can't keep on doing the stuff that other people were cancelled for and not get cancelled yourself. Like, at some point that's going to come back to you. And he was like, I was right. And then he mentioned the 2 apology thing, how he did 1 apology, basically brushing the whole thing off. Then he lost all of his sponsors, and then he did a proper apology. And PewDiePie did mention that. He was like, it's a little bit strange. It's weird to me that the 2nd apology came right after you lost all of your money, basically.
David Dobrik, I was right. I told you I had a weird feeling about him. What happened? Look what happened. Fucking call day. Where's my award? Thank you. I said in a couple live streams ago, I'm like, damn, he always struck me as a weird guy. Like, I always got Logan Paul vibes from him. Like, how does he keep getting away with all this shit? And then it came out, he's just been going on behind the scenes. And now he lost it all. It's crazy out there, gamers. He'll be back. I'm sure he'll be back. But it's weird how so he did 2 apology videos, right? One where he just tried to brush it off and then he realized he didn't, and then he lost like all his sponsors, and then he comes out with like a sincere apology, and it's like, damn, it took you 2 tries, huh? Come to me, I will help you. David has been uploading to Facebook. What's up with that? He got demonetized on YouTube and then he starts pumping videos on Facebook. It's probably some company that's doing that for him and they don't want to make themselves public.
Then we have some more Cole and Tana tea. So Cole accused Tana of suing him and hacking him. Then Perez Hilton got involved and said that Cole should shut up because he doesn't have the money for the lawsuit. Tana said she wouldn't have to sue him if he just kept his mouth shut. And Cole said, so you're admitting that you're suing me. Then Cole posted on his Instagram story saying, for those of you asking, I still don't have my YouTube channel back. Just as frustrated as you, I've worked 4 years to get my channel to where it is at. So when I get it back, I will upload. Thanks. Moving on. So his YouTube channel's not back. And then he posted a tweet saying, I think sis should save her money that she's using to sue me and spend that towards real manufacturers that can make a pearl necklace that isn't equivalent to a grand prize at Chuck E. Cheese, washed up plastic on Santa Monica shore, so the fans she still has can get their money's worth. So that's that for right now. Jeff. We found out that he had some kind of an eye-head injury and no one really knows what it was for. Some people are saying it was from a David vlog that they were trying to film. Some people are saying it was from some kind of an ad that they were filming. I don't know, but there was some kind of an excavator involved, like the thing that like digs up stuff from the ground. And apparently that video has now been found on like Tumblr and you can actually see him getting injured. No thank you, I don't want to see it. But there was a TikTok that girl posted with the screenshot from the video, not showing anything crazy, but just like the screenshot from the video saying, it's been found, it exists, it's actually true, because some people were doubting that this even happened in the first place, but people found the video and they saw the injury happen. I don't want to see it. Don't send it to me. I don't want to see it. But it's out there, so it's true that something happened. Now, I don't know if that was because of David or if that was his own doing, because he never said, oh, I had an eye injury because David told me to do something and I did it for a video and then I got an injury. He never said how it came about. He just said an accident happened and his eyes just, messed up. But I just wonder if it was for a David video and if that could be something that, if it was for a David vlog, if Jeff could sue David for like injury in the workplace. Then we have Nikita Dragun. In my last video, I said, I am an idiot. In my last video, I said that she was face tuning her picture and it was a picture for a nose job. She got a nose job. She didn't face tune her picture. She got a nose job. Angelika, you idiot. I feel like when you do like the little story, some things just like really obvious things slip through cracks. It wasn't face tune on the picture. It was a nose job that she was showing, and it was a really good nose job. It's a really nice nose, Nikita. I really think that's a beautiful nose. I wish my nose looked like that. It wasn't face tune. Anyway, the black fishing point still stands. Her foundation was way too dark, but the picture wasn't face tuned, at least not the nose bit. It was a nose job. I at least I'm here to correct myself. There was some shade between Trisha and Nikita. So Nikita's show, Nikita Unfiltered, has been renewed for season 2, but it's not on YouTube, it's on Snapchat, which I know Snapchat's having a bit of a resurgence now, but I'm still not using Snapchat. I feel like it just makes me feel a little too young. Like I'm past that stage now. I'm out of my teens. I don't really need to be on there. Nikita posted on Instagram stories saying, cancel me as many times as you want. My show is still running. Nikita Unfiltered season 2. And Definitely was posted about it and said, clap back. Nikita Dragun says, cancel me as many times as you want. My show is still running. This as the second season of her reality show premieres on Snapchat. And Trisha Paytas quote retweets that and says, on Snapchat with a laughing face. And it's got 20,000 likes. So Nikita doesn't respond. And then someone says, wait, there's beef between Nikita and Trisha? About what? And she says, no beef, but she never wears a mask ever, thinking she's above it for some reason, and she's friends and platforms actual P words. Lopez brothers, James Charles, etc. She deserves an extinct platform like Snapchat. Which, you know, we gotta agree where we gotta agree, you know? James Charles, people are angry at James Charles for promoting his palette on his Instagram stories with everything, all the allegations coming out recently. People are angry because it seems like Morphe is being very selective with who they drop. So a few years back, I think it was definitely Laura Lee, but could have been also Manny, but I'm not sure if Manny was actually dropped. But Laura Lee was definitely dropped by Morphe because of racially insensitive tweets. And you'd think racially insensitive tweets, yes, definitely drop her, but also allegations of talking to minors probably should also get you dropped as well, if true. And Jeffree Star was dropped for similar allegations to James Charles, but you know, something's even worse. So it just seems like Morphe's being very selective with the allegations that they believe / don't believe. They believed all the Jeffree stuff, but they're not believing the James stuff. So they're like, oh, let's keep James Charles on. So his palette's restocking. People are really angry about him promoting it on Instagram stories. So that's about James Charles. And then we have Ryland. So Ryland recently in a video said how all the hate that he's been receiving has been really kind of making him unmotivated and not enjoy YouTube and posting on YouTube and being a YouTuber. So that's that clip.
I'm about to take the dogs on a walk, but let me just promote the podcast a little bit. And I gotta remember what I've been preaching even earlier in this video is that I need to reframe my mindset where like turn what could be a negative into a positive, because I started scrolling for 2 seconds and it just was enough to make me feel crazy. And there's a lot of love and a lot of support, but it is just this thing where like it's just a bigger test. Like every time that I start feeling really good, something will like bring me a peg down. And it's just, I think, a reminder to me. I need to validate from within. How I feel about myself needs to come from in here. When the world seems to be and I mean my world, like when all of my platforms seem to be hatred towards me. It is hard to get inspired to create. And then if I start looking at any of that, it's like, why would I want to create? Why would I want to make anything to be met with like, he doesn't look inspired or want like he wants to do this? Well, yeah, I'm trying to push through because I don't want to just like melt into my couch into nothing. But I just need to remember, like, take a deep breath. How anything's received is like I don't have control over. What I have control over is how I feel and what I do and my intention.
So there was a tweet that said, I almost genuinely felt sorry for a moment, but then I remembered how they treated Trisha and gaslighted their audience and still chose to indulge in Jeffree Star. And then Trisha quote tweets it and says, him and Shane telling me they had no idea the evil of Jeffree when I cried to them for a year about it, and then still supporting, working with him and being best friends, that petty vile human speaks volumes. They made their deal with the devil and it still breaks my heart. And then she says, I don't condone hate online at all, but I've never been double-crossed with such coldness in my life than Shane and Ryland. I was so sick to hear Ryland straight up lie through his teeth about trauma I shared. They are both manipulative and never to be trusted. And then she says, I look at Ryland with such disgust and I hate that about me. I hate that I have such anger in my heart towards him and Shane. When I see him, it makes me physically sick. So there's that. We had a lot of stories. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give a thumbs up if you did. Comment down below anything you want to comment down below. And subscribe to post videos every time something happens. So hit that bell to be notified when that's happening. Social media links, any other links in the description. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.